Is there a comforter to go with me? Yet you have said, I know you by name, Moshe.
Wow.
And you have also found favor in my sight, Moshe. Now therefore I ask you, Yahweh, if I have found favor in your sight, show me your way. That's Yeshua, of course. That I may know you, that I might find favor in your sight and consider this nation is your people. 14, Yahweh said to Moshe, my presence, there it is, my presence shall go with you. What is the word for presence? Panai, my face. Panai, my face shall go. Now, that's what it means to have an irresistible. Have you been rejected by the face of someone else? Yahweh's face will go with you. Do you want that face more than you want any other face to meet your needs in your life?
Yes, sir. Amen. Yes.
There's a face for you, an irresistible face.
Amen.
My presence, my panai, my face. Yahweh knows men's faces will fail us.
Amen.
So he gives us his own face.
Wow. Which is Yeshua. Wow.
And he said to him, if your presence goes not with us, if your face doesn't go with us, not only go with us, but goes with us to carry us up there. For how shall it be known here that I and your people have found favor in your sight, except your face goes with us? So shall we be separated, I and your people, from all the nations that are upon the face of the earth. What separates us from others who have the same pressure in finances and stress and relationships and struggles and approval and needing the thing? What separates us from the nations?
The night of Yahweh.
The face of Yahweh.
Amen.
And we want someone else's face 4 times a day instead of, we think if they show us their face 4 times a day rather than twice a day, things will work out. Stop trusting other people for the happiness that only Yahweh can grant you.
Amen. Amen.
I'm not preaching at you, I'm preaching to you out of pain and personal experience.
I know that's right. Been there. Been there right with you.
Because I've been rejected just like you have. I just went through a rejection with a woman. Same story. A sister. Okay, let's leave it at that. You would think I'm Superman? I'm not Superman, neither are you.
Amen. Amen.
So I could run on a vacation from Yahweh, or I could hide myself in his face. Because his face is the prettiest face you'll ever encounter. And he'll never reject you.
Amen.
And he'll go on every vacation you have if you don't shut him out. And take you to a promised land of purpose. Now watch. But it's going to take discipline. What I'm telling you is not easily done. It's not done that easily.
No, it's not.
Discipline.
It's tremendous discipline. 7 o'clock every morning, you spend an hour with Yahweh, an hour and a half before the day gets away from you. It'll be the hardest thing you ever do as a believer.
Wow.
Because the phone has started ringing, the job told you to come in early. You have to leave early for work because there's no gas in the car. You have to go to Walmart because you need a Sun Pass, because you don't have any money, so you have to go through the tolls on credit. So you have to leave work for work early. You're out of the house at 6:30. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. But it's the solution to what I'm telling you. It's the freedom that's waiting for you.
Wow.
It'll be the hardest thing. It's easier to fast for a full day without food than to discipline yourself to spend time with Yahweh every morning.
Wow.
So shall we be separated. Look at the end of verse 16. So shall we be separated, I and your people, from all the nations that are on the face of the earth. That's what separates us, his face. And Yahweh said to Moshe, I will give you my face also. Because I find you irresistible. You've entered into a personal presence with me. For you have found great favor in my sight, as we have through the blood of Yeshua. And I know you by name. You know my name, I know yours. We're on a first name basis. Verse 18. And Moshe said, I beg you. Okay, Moshe said, okay, well now that we're on a first name basis, show me your tiferet, your kavod, your glory. And he said, I will make my tov pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of Yahweh before you. 19. I will show you unmerited favor, and I will show unmerited favor to whom I will, and show rachamim to whom I will. In context, Yahweh says, I will favor those I favor, and I will show rachamim to those I will show rachamim, and it's not for you to decide who gets it and who doesn't get it. In context, those who get favor and rachamim anointing and the light of Yahweh in their life are those who want to see Yahweh's face more than their wife's, husband's, and children's approval and face. Family's face.
Tov.
Because my family is a Jewish family, and if you know anything about Jewish families, we major in dysfunctionalism. All right? The obese aunt doesn't talk to the obese uncle because of the retarded children who have caused the obese aunt and the obese uncle to hate each other. That's dysfunctional Jewish family. Maybe you have a family like mine and it's not Jewish, but you can relate to what I'm saying. You can spend the rest of your life trying to fix everybody in your family, or get on drugs. Now, when I say drugs, I'm just being sarcastic, but I'm showing to try to snap you into the reality of what Yahweh wants for you. His presence is the greatest medication you'll ever experience, because it enables you to relax and meditate that He is with you, and He'll go with you wherever you go.
Amen.
That's irresistible. He finds you irresistible. He will go with you wherever you, only when you tell Him to please wait outside while you sin. Father, can you be so kind to your presence? Rivka, can you please wait outside while I do a little indulging of the flesh? He will. He's gentle like a dove. So if you don't woo Him, He will go bye-bye. The Ruach HaKodesh and His presence, His face will leave. We spend more time wooing. What's a more proper word for wooing? Stay with me, Rivka. I'm going to put you in the front row. What's that? What's another word for wooing?
Attractive.
No.
Trying to be sweet.
Being persuasive and wooing, romancing.
Romance.
There you go.
We keep romancing dead people, places, and things. Pets, rocks, people that will never accept you, even if you perform flawlessly for them and meet all their expectations. We keep wooing and romancing these people. Now Yahweh says, take a fraction of that time and romance me, and now let's see what happens.
Everything else.
Take a fraction of that time
Amen.
and romance me and see what happens.
All that'll fall in place. Amen.
I've had more answers in my prayer life in the last 2 weeks than I had on the internet in 2 years. What does that tell you? Why am I different than you are? We're looking for a new teacher, a new doctrine, a new synagogue, and new membership in somewhere. Can I hear a good amen?
Amen.
Look at verse 20. He said to me, well, you cannot see my literal face, but I'll show you my panai. You getting the irony here? He gave you your wife or your husband or your children and your friends and your family so you have a physical face and you don't go nuts. But sometimes it's the physical face that causes us to go nuts.
Okay.
So then we exchange the physical face for His face, His presence. But if you want to see the Yeshua's physical face, the Father's physical face, it's not happening. You'll have to settle for other human beings. And that's where human love and human intimacy come in. So you can have the best of both worlds. You could have His face for your peace, purpose, and clarity. And you can have human faces for your physical needs.
As long as He is first.
But don't put demands and expectations on physical faces when most physical faces fall apart.
Real quick. Just leave them alone.
And physical faces won't always go with you. Sometimes they'll leave you and forsake you
Oh yeah, they sure will.
and disappoint you
That's it, right?
Yep. Right.
or die on you. Then what do? You trusted in a physical face, and then they went and did a stupid thing, they died on you. Now what face do you trust in?
Yeah. The only one.
So Yahweh said, you cannot see my physical face, for there no man will see my physical face and live. But Yahweh said, verse 21, there is a place by me. You see that? You see that love? That's a cry out for romance. Hey, let's have dinner together, and I want you to sit right here. Verse 21. There's a place right to my right hand. Now, where did Judas Iscariot sit during the Last Supper?
That is right.
At the place of favor, the place of position, the highest honored position. And he wasn't being sarcastic like you and me.
Nope.
Friend, you son of a bitch. Friend, do what you're going to do quickly. That's not the way Yeshua talked to Yehuda. He said, friend, what on earth are you doing? If you're going to do it, do it. See the difference?
Still called him Chaver.
He called him Chaver.
Amazing. the Rachamim.